Hey folks, welcome back to West Virginia Cryptids and Strange Encounters. It's October 29th. It's about 7:25 in the evening. I just received a call from somebody in Randolph County about a Bigfoot sighting. They're claiming to have seen, get this, a blonde Bigfoot. They're also claiming that they've heard some screams, some howls, and things like that. So I'm just now gassing up, and I'm heading to Randolph County. Stay tuned. Well, I've made it to the location, well, near the location. This is part of the property where they're claiming some Bigfoot activities taking place. They hear whoops and howls and screams, and it's just up the road is where what they say the blonde Bigfoot was seen. Tomorrow I'm supposed to meet with the fellow that actually had the sighting and talk to him a little bit. And I'm going to go to the location where the sighting took place. But for right now, I'm just having a look around here at night, or tonight, listening for anything I can pick up. There was something interesting down here. The camera's not picking it up. Just a little bit ago, there was a couple deer, but there's a tree down that area, and there was something up in the tree. There was eyeshine in the tree. Probably an owl or something, but it was neat to see. It's no longer there. The deer are gone now. You got definitely a creepy old farmhouse here. It looks like the ground has been recently brush hogged and cut for winter. So it's going to be a pretty good place to look around tomorrow, see if there's any kind of footprints or tracks of any sort. You can see the ground here is pretty dug up where they've been brush hogging, because I guess they're going to tear that old farmhouse down. It's creepy enough itself, let alone there's supposedly a Bigfoot running around here. Yeah, that house is creepy enough itself. So I'm going to hang out here a little bit and see what I can hear. It's definitely getting colder. It's like 40 something now and raining, kind of a drizzly rain. So tonight I'm just hanging out in my van. That's what I do, is hang out in the old caravan and see if I hear anything. If I do, I'll let you all know. If not, I'll see you in the morning. Hey folks, it's about 12:30. I don't know what's going on here, but I've heard a couple strange noises. They're off in the distance. But also, I don't know what I just seen. I was actually sitting in the front seat of my van with the windows down, just listening to see if I hear anything. But it's not what I heard that's concerning me. I seen a couple like little flashing lights, and they weren't very bright. It couldn't be eye shine of any sort because I didn't have any lights on. I was sitting here letting my eyes focus, and I could see pretty decent for a little distance. But I would see a couple little, almost like little flashing lights. I know that they're not fireflies, but it's too cold for that. They were just little white lights. One was like, I know you guys can't see with the camera this way, but one was like straight across, like 90 degrees from my van here. And the other one was, well, let's put it this way. Sitting in my front seat, if I was looking to the 9 o'clock position, I saw one. And if I looked to probably the 11 o'clock position, I seen another one. They weren't very big, weren't very bright, but it may be my eyes playing tricks on me, but I could swore I saw just a couple little flashing lights, like they blinked a couple times and that was it, like flashed. I did hear some kind of noise, like way off to the distance. If I was sitting in my seat, this was on toward the 3 o'clock position, coming from the, like a ridge. There's a ridge behind or beside me. It sounded like it came from that direction. I don't know what that was. I don't know what the little lights were I was seeing either. So far that's all I've heard or seen. I'm going to sit for a little bit longer. If nothing else happens, I'm going to turn in here shortly. And if anything happens during the night, I'll definitely let you guys know. Good morning, folks. It's October 30th. It's a cold, chilly morning, rainy morning. Other than what I heard last night, the noise off in the distance, I couldn't tell exactly what it was. And a couple little blinking lights, which were down here behind me, and one was over this way that I saw last night. Still not sure what those were. Nothing else happened. It was pretty quiet. No other noises. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hike around, where they've been brush hogging and got the ground all stirred up and it's kind of muddy. I'm going to take a look around in that mud, see if I can find any footprints of any sort or any kind of tracks. The eye shine was actually right down there either in a tree or on a telephone pole. I'm not sure which. And what you see behind me is Monongahela National Forest. This property bumps right up to the forest. So that's pretty, interesting, or not interesting, but important to me because there's been other sightings from the forest over the years, and I can come back and actually hike into the forest and camp when I actually have the chance. So right now, I'm just gonna look for some prints. Well, I haven't found any tracks or anything, but as you can see right there is my van. And right in that area there is where I saw the one light, kind of flash or blink. And the other one was right in this area. Right in here. And this is also where I'm going to assume that's the tree where I saw the eye shine. I'm gonna have a look around a little more. Probably hike up through there, see if I find anything.
Once I knew they were done, I wanted to go out there and see the work they did, and that's what we were doing. We drove out here to nose around and see what the state road was doing. And we drove out to Waddell and ended up turning around because we just didn't feel like going any farther. Looking for this job site, which ended up being, what is it, a couple more miles past Waddell? Where they put that new bridge in, a few more miles past Waddell.
A couple more miles past Waddell, yeah.
But anyway, we turned around, let the dogs run there or whatever. Bear season had just ended at the end of August, and those dogs were fixated on something out there. You couldn't just smell it. I don't know whether they had pulled a bear off the hill there or they smelled it or whatever. But I don't get in a big hurry cutting along these roads because I'm not in no hurry. I'm not worried about a time issue no more. And you see more stuff. So we're literally just 10 or 15 miles an hour down this road, and there's a beaver dam out there, and water starting to back up. Just looking, good stuff. And I come over this little rise, and I caught a glimpse of something right on the edge of the road. It wasn't on the road, it was down off the road, but it wasn't a bear and it wasn't a deer. But whatever it was tall. And I asked Ann, I said, did you see that? Of course, she wasn't looking. And it was a matter of just a glimpse. And I stopped right there because there was a nice clear patch of open woods there, which you don't see going out this road. So I knew where I'd seen what I thought I saw, but I still don't know what it was. Other than the fact that it was tall, and it resembled like a raccoon tail. I'm not saying it was all striped or anything, I'm just saying those collars. It looked like it had a dark bodies and this raccoon collar area on it. And I pulled down there, backed up, pulled down, backed up, pulled down, backed up. And whatever it was, it just, it wasn't to be seen no more. It's pretty thick right there before that opening I'm telling you about. So anyway, I come back up to the house there. Boone, we're always, messing around, figuring doing something, splitting wood or whatever. And he called, what are you doing? I said, oh, nothing really. I said, seen something weird today. And I described to him, what I saw. And next thing I know, it's 9 o'clock and he shows up at the house with his gear or whatever. Come on, let's go see where this is. And I can't. Not good at night no more. I'm losing. I'm getting too old for that shit, running around at night. And so we drove out here, and I couldn't find it at night. So the next day we come out here, and I was, wanting to make sure where it was at, where I actually drove past it, and then came back and drove up past it again. We've marked it, it's right there with this sign on it. And there's kind of like some meadows down here. see those meadows down there along the road. And we came up here, you know, looked around or whatever, but didn't have no luck. Like I said, I don't know what I saw. I just know I saw something. And I know it wasn't a deer, and it wasn't a bear.
You said it was pretty tall. Could you tell? I mean,
Yeah, that's the first thing that caught my eyes. And man, whatever it is, you know, that's what I told him. I said, "Did you see that? Well, what was it?" I said, "I don't know." And this is what I told her. I said, "It wasn't a deer, and it wasn't a bear, but it was tall." Whatever it was.
Did it have other, I mean, size other than tall? Is it, what, could you tell? Or?
It was just literally a flash.
Okay.
But I could make out that pale collar, like a, you know, grayish, lighter collar against that dark.
Yeah. So it was more gray color than like a blonde color then?
No, it was dark, but it had this, like I said, I seen a dark object with a light collar.
Okay.
And once we got to talking to him about it, if in fact it was what we're thinking it is, I caught it off guard.
Yeah.
And it was maybe trying to cross the road. And when I rolled this turn right here, right down there where that bank cuts in, it was just gone. And I was trying to tell Boone, this is pretty much unmistakable area right here because there's not a lot of areas that's got this big timber that you can see down through.
Right.
And it was like right there where that little wide spot is, where that stump's sticking out. But on that side and down off the bank, and I thought whatever it was, I might catch it coming through here. And I slowed down right here, and and she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I don't know, I've seen something weird." And that's exactly what I told her, seen something weird.
Wait, back up. See that dude? Right here. Can you roll his back window down? Right here by the post.
Oh, yes I do. I sure do.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
I don't know, I had to look at it better.
Yeah.
So, it was right, like
Where that tree
where
cut
the tree is cutting.
the other side of it, and it was tall. And it was over that bank. And I'm going to guess that I seen 5 or 6 feet of whatever's just
Sticking up.
turned around
It just
and was gone. I think.
gone.
Yeah. What's he looking at here?
The way the sticks are leaned in there.
Yeah, see how it sticks propped up in the tree there?
Oh, yeah.
Half the post. That's a trademark of what these things do. They like doing that kind of stuff.
So that the turn behind us is where you first saw it, or you seen
Right
it?
when I popped over that hill,
So we're only looking
and
away.
I was stopping and looking down. I thought if I, you know, jumped a deer or bear or whatever, I thought, you know, if I go with a deer, you know, and I watched down through this little wash, and I come, and you know, it starts getting thick. And I'm looking down through there, and then I backed up again, and I looked, and then I come down through here, and I'm like, shit, you know, can't see down through there as well as you can right back at that little corner.
Right.
Right over the bank right here. Seeing somewhere.
I'm guessing what I saw was right in this area right there.
Okay.
But it was down, I'm saying, it's unmistakably not, it wasn't on the edge of this road because you see how wide this is here.
Right.
I'll show you again. That's all right, don't stop. Huskies owns this place here. And I was probably running foul like this, you know. Looking around, looking at stuff, because I'm looking on this side of the road.
Yeah.
And when I got right here, I seen this glimpse of something.
So what do you say that is? Probably 300 or 400 feet? Football field, probably close to it?
I'm not very good on distances. I'm going to say it's probably...
That's good. That's good, close to 100 yards.
I was going to say about 70.
Yeah.
And see, the way the road is...
Right.
You look down through there...
Yeah.
You can't really see that spot I'm talking about.
Yeah, no.
And like I said, coming around here, like right there,
Right there you can,
I caught
yeah.
this glimpse of what the fuck was that? And I thought that whatever it was, I was going to see going, because it was going back down in there.
Yeah. Yeah, the way there's not much undergrowth there. You thought you
Well,
would
that's
see it going
what,
through
when
there.
gets on that side of the road,
Right.
and I thought, well, whatever it is, you know, I might be able to see it again. And of course, I seen over there, I was already getting on this side of the road, and I'm looking,
Right.
because, you know, I can see down through there 40, 50 yards.
Yeah.
Right there. But you can't see nothing in that area where it was, and I'm thinking, well, it's going to pump through here or something. This is kind of what trademarked it, because you can drive up and down this road all day and you're not going to see an
Yeah.
area that's got this big open area like that. Because I'm thinking, even though I'd seen something, I thought, man, what a nice place this would be to hunt if it was up in the mountain, you know.
Yeah.
But it was right there on that little, right past that clump of that dead tree. And then after me and Boone got to talking, I said, you know, if it was that, and it was getting ready to cross here, and I come rolling, and now, you know, most people on this road, you can't, if it was dry,
Yeah.
you're going to be crop dusted.
Yeah.
And I'm easing up through there, and I'm going to say from right in this area right here, is what I could see from back there, and it wasn't on the road, it was in this edge.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, it was tall. I'm not going to say it was 15, 20 feet tall.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it was 3 feet tall. I'm going to tell you it was tall.
Yeah.
It was not a bear. It was not a deer.
Yeah.
And it was right in this area.
Is there like a little ravine right there? Maybe.
Yeah, there's a big ravine right there. And there's
Right down it.
where this tree uprooted. See where the root balls hung up?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm just throwing shit against the wall, see what sticks, but I saw something weird. Yeah.
Sounds like it.
And I'm not doing this for any other reason other than I know what I saw.
Yeah.
But I don't know what I saw. I just saw something dark with a light contrast on it. It resembled like a raccoon tail, that kind of color. I'm going to say grayish, blondish, dark, whatever.
Yeah.
And when I called Boone, well, he called me, and I was explaining to him, and he lights up because there's been other people have seen something along this same description.
Yeah.
And I've never talked to him about what I seen that particular instant. And he said, what you're describing to me is a female Sasquatch that they've seen over on the other side of this hill. And I don't know what that guy's name is, but that guy showed up at my house here a couple of years ago, all wound up looking for him.
Yeah.
Because he had some hair samples of what he had seen. And I'm like, well, maybe did. I'm not gonna say he didn't.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. And after thinking about it, talking to Boone about it, and replaying it, because I see it every time I drive down through here now.
Right.
I think I caught whatever it was a little bit off guard because I wasn't driving like an idiot.
Right.
I was just putting down through there.
What you just heard was the individual telling me about his possible sighting. He doesn't come right out and say that he saw Bigfoot. He just says he's seen something strange. He says he replays it over and over in his head, and it's just, each time it's strange. It was right there in about that area there, and I'm standing where he was in his vehicle. He slowly proceeded down the road to that area, looking to see if he can see anything that went through the woods, because he thought for sure he would see something. But he said he didn't see anything. But he knows he saw something standing right there along the road. Right here is the area that he says the strange thing, creature, whatever he did see was standing. He used this branch right here as kind of a reference to how tall it was. As you can see, it's probably at least 4.5 feet off the ground, and there's a post there. He said whatever it was standing kind of in this area here. And if you can see, I'm not sure how well you can see with the camera, I'd say that's probably another 2-foot drop. So we're looking probably 6 or 7 feet maybe. He just says it was tall. Grayish color, kind of blondish color, I guess in this kind of pattern color maybe, because he references a cat or a raccoon tail, kind of that, you know, pattern, I guess. I'm not really sure exactly. I mean, he was trying to make it, you know, make sense, I guess. As you can see, that's where he was at. So we're looking at probably, I don't know, 100 yards probably. There's been other sightings here too, I guess, of something similar. So maybe he did see something. He definitely, to me, when I talked to him, he definitely is convinced himself that he has seen something. Well, folks, it's been an interesting day and night here in Randolph County. I'm glad I got to speak to the witness. Still not sure exactly what he saw, but like I said, he's definitely convincing that that he's seen something, or he's definitely convinced himself he's seen something, and kind of convinced me that he's seen something. So it's time for me to get out of here, head back toward the house, and I want to thank you all for watching, and until the next adventure.